Hey guys, it's Pia here! I thought it would be fun to make a little collection video showing you all of my milestone customs. With milestone customs, I mean a custom that I chose specifically because I was hitting a number that was special to me, like for example, number 50, number 100, number 150, 200, and so forth. I always do these because it's really fun for me to have that goal to get to one of those numbers, because when I first made my 50th custom, that felt really special. It was kind of crazy to think that I'd made 50 of them. Then when I got to 100, that was even more crazy, and so forth. So I've always chosen very special characters for these, and recently I've only been making these very special original characters, but I thought it would be fun to show all of them in one video for you guys. So I'm just going to start from number 50, and the last one that I show you is going to be number 550. I'm actually closing in on number 600 soon, but I'm going to make a separate video with that one once I've finished it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and let's get to it. So custom number 50 was a little fairy dragon. This is a character from the game Heroes of Might and Magic 3 that I've mentioned a couple of times, the game that inspired me to start making LPS customs. The reason I saved this one for number 50 was because it had these wings that are supposed to have these kind of rainbow colors, or this gradient going on, and that was too hard for me to make in the beginning, and I thought maybe by the time that I've made 50 I'm gonna be good enough, but yeah, they're not perfect, but I was very happy when I finished it. And this one was made from a seahorse. I just sculpted these little arms and legs to it. And I also sculpted a tail. You can see that it's quite rough where it attaches to the body, but I wasn't very good back in the days. I've gotten better, hopefully. I also sculpted the wings, and I sculpted these antennae on its head. So that's the things that I made for this one, and I absolutely loved it when it was done, and I still love it. By the way, none of these are for sale because they are milestone customs to me, so they're very special and I want to keep them. But yeah, let's get to number 100. So custom number 100 is based on Effie Trinket from the second movie of Hunger Games called Catching Fire. And in the Reaping, she has an amazing dress which is filled with little butterflies, so I thought it would be cool to make a custom based on that outfit. Each one of these butterflies were made using a butterfly mold, but I did hand paint all of them, which took a long time. And from what I've noticed on DeviantArt and other pages, this one was one of my most shared customs, so people seem to really like it, and I think that I've seen it on Google Images more than many of my other customs, so that's quite cool. But yeah, she was my special custom number 100, and I love her. I think she's quite cute, and she does bring to mind Effie, which is cool. So custom number 150 is actually just a repaint, but it is a little narwhal that has a paint job that was inspired by the gorgeous illustrations of Fiona Moody from the book The Last Unicorn. This is a book that my parents read to me when I was little. They actually read it in German, and I bought it now when I remembered as an adult that I had that book, and I remembered how stunning the illustrations were, and so I got that book. And then when I saw that there were these narwhal LPS, I had to get one, and I painted it in the similar style to the narwhal in the book, because the unicorn in the end turns into a narwhal. And I actually made a unicorn too, but I'm not going to show it in this video. But yeah, I do love it, and I hope that I did a good job on replicating the style of the illustrations in that book with this one. But yeah, the eyes are my own design, so that's at least something that was original with this character. So custom number 200 is something completely different. This is Link in the style of Wind Waker, well, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, in case you didn't know. I made this one from a musical note Panda Bear. I actually use that base frequently to make these more humanoid characters, and I thought this one was fun to make. I also made a Zelda, but she's not one of the milestone customs, so I'm not going to show her in this video. You can see her in some of my other videos where I show my favorite customs. Yeah, not much to say about him. I actually think that Zelda turned out a lot nicer than him, but he's quite cute, and I hope that I did the style justice once again with this custom. It's not perfect in any way, but it is one of my favorites because it's Link, and the Zelda games are actually my favorite games out of all the games in the world, so hooray. So custom 250 is an original character of mine. It is a super kawaii geisha. I actually made another geisha kitty as well, which was more traditional than this one, but this one was inspired by that part of the Japanese culture that's very like cute and pretty and sweet, and you can see that it has these little bunny rabbits with these funny faces here, and I just tried to make it really over the top and cute. I also made it a little fan from a fan mold, and I think that they go together very well. So custom number 300 was also made from the same musical note panda bear as Link was. This one is based on Chibi Moon from Sailor Moon. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a very, very classic anime, one of the older ones. It's actually the first anime that I ever watched that inspired me to start drawing in this sort of manga style, so it's a very important anime to me, and I love Chibi Moon the most because she looks so cute with her pink hair, and I just wanted to make a custom of her. It's a bit strange because I don't really like making humanoid characters from LPS, but I think that it looks cute, and I actually made her a Pegasus to accompany her. That one is based on the Pegasus from, I think, season 2 of Sailor Moon. But yeah, hope you guys like her. She's not one of my favorites, but I just wanted to make one based on her, and so I did. So custom number 350 is actually not that special in terms of design, but this one was a custom that was inspired by my husband, so this is kind of his mascot. I use this one to represent him. If I ever take photos of my mascot, then I usually have him in the pictures as well. It's just a very simple repaint. He has dark hair, so I thought it would be cute to make this little wolf that looks like him, and he also has green eyes, so I thought it would be cool. His mascot is also not as complicated as mine because his style is much more simple. He doesn't have like a crazy style like I do, so I thought this would suit him perfectly. And his hair is always messy and cute and ruffled, so that's why I thought this base figure would be great for the mascot for him. But yeah, this one is a very special one. I love it. So custom number 400 is this one. It was probably one of the hardest customs to make because I had to reroute this one with hair, and it doesn't really want to stand on its own. It has a bit of trouble with that, but yeah. I don't know where this design came from. I just kind of wanted to make a very pretty little dog with lots and lots of hair. I'm not going to unravel the hair here because it would take ages to get it back like this. But yeah. Her name is Brit, and she's an original character of mine, and I wanted to put a lot of emphasis on the eyes once again because that's my favorite part of my customs. She also used to have a little pearl here on her necklace, but unfortunately that one has somehow gotten lost, so nothing I can do about that. But yeah, she is a very special custom, not one of my favorites, but at least rerouting her was very tedious, and I'm very happy that I managed to do all of that anyway. So she's one of these customs that makes me remember that I should always be patient and just do my best, even though it can be hard sometimes. So custom number 450 is one of these typical Pia customs because I love doing little freckles on customs. I love giving them antlers and lots of little flowers, so she's very typical. But I made her name is Whisper, and I made her as my little wood elemental for my collection of elemental customs. I made 10 different ones, and she was the last one that I finished because she was the most complicated one. And I also saved her for number 450 because I knew that she was going to be very special to me. Not much to say about this design other than that I just got this idea that it would be cool to give it huge antlers and put a little bird's nest in the antler and just make it kind of into this Mother Nature creature, even though it's a wood elemental, but I didn't want to do it totally cliched and make like wood texture on it. I just wanted it to be kind of a part of nature instead of being made of wood. By the way, this was my original idea, having the nest in the antlers, so if you see anyone else doing that, it's most likely because they were inspired to make it after seeing this one. I'm not trying to sound like, ooh, I came up with this idea and no one else could ever have had it, but I know that a few people, since I made this one, have made customs with little nests in their antlers or on their head, and I would like to point out that that is because they saw my custom and because they felt inspired to. I know of at least one case where they actually asked me if it was okay that they did it, and I said yes. But yeah, they never really gave me credit for the idea, so what can you do? But yeah, I don't mind if you put nests on your customs heads or whatever. It's fine by me. But if you want to show some respect for my work, then you can always say that that idea was inspired by my custom. Totally up to you though. But yeah, she's definitely one of my favorite customs ever. So custom number 500 is obviously a very special one. Once again, it has antlers and flowers. The next one, by the way, or the last one I'm showing you, also has antlers and flowers. I noticed that it's a weird pattern, that these always happen to be my milestone customs. But this one is called Flurry. She is the sister of my custom called Freckles that I made a while back. actually a really long time back. I used a kangaroo head for her and an iguana body, just like with Freckles, and yeah, I just made her in a different color scheme because Freckles has all these natural colors like browns and stuff, and I wanted her to just be very, very cute, not very natural looking, but just adorable, and yeah, that's what I was going for, and I love her. She is super adorable. So yeah, but not much to say about her other than that. If you haven't seen Freckles, then, well, then you don't know what I'm talking about. You can check him out in my favorite LPS Customs video, because I made one of those when I started my channel. So yeah, this was number 500. And finally, custom number 550. This is my little forest nymph or fawn. And it's once again one of these woodland creatures with antlers and flowers, because I love them. I love making them and I love designing them. I just wanted to make her from a short hair kitty because I know that you guys like this base figure, and I thought it would be very cool to make a kitty with antlers, because I'm obsessed with antlers, apparently. But yeah, she was also the final custom that I showed in my Christmas calendar thing on my channel, so hope you guys like her. She's very special to me. And yeah, with all of that being said, I'm not going to spoil to you what number 600 is going to be, but I can tell you that it's going to be something that's very different from all of these. It's not going to have antlers, I can promise you that, but it's going to be something that's totally me and my style, and I hope that you guys are gonna like it once I show a picture of it once it's done. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you again tomorrow. Bye!